Miranda and I are obsessed with this story that you broke last week. We don't like Jake Tapper here on this show. I mean, we just don't. I'm a conservative. I don't
Putting it
like him.
lightly. Yeah.
Yeah, Miranda doesn't like him because she thinks he's a hack, not to speak for you. But you have this amazing story talking about how you actually got a quote on the record quote from Hunter Biden talking about how Jake Tapper hounded him allegedly during his brother Beau Biden's final days. Jake Tapper did deny it, but then Hunter Biden actually came out on the record and gave a statement to you. Why is Jake Tapper denying something that Hunter went on the record with you confirming?
Well, he has no other room to go. I mean, he barely at the start of a high profile book tour can cop to admit to calling someone at the most heinous time of their lives as their brother lay dying, trying to get a scoop or be the first to break that story. He really had no wriggle room here. I also don't think he thought Hunter was going to go on the record because the week before I wrote the story, another outlet, Puck, had written the story that he had called Tapper had called Hunter, but Hunter wasn't on the record then, so Tapper went on the record, and I think he thought by doing that it would just nullify. And that's kind of when I jumped on it and thought, you know what, if I can get Hunter to go on the record here, and also do some other reporting. I want to triangulate other people who were around at the time of Beau's sad passing at Walter Reed, other other people that were speaking to Hunter around that time to see if Hunter communicated to them that Tapper had called him at this moment. And just to tee up the story a little bit more for your audience, according to Hunter, Jake Tapper had been calling from his cell number. Hunter obviously wasn't going to answer that. He's there with his family as Beau is in the last days of his life. I mean, it's wild to me that anyone would be calling and repeatedly calling. And so what Jake Tapper does then, he calls from a block number. Now, Hunter does answer that call, because in the White House and in Biden land, people do call from block numbers. And so he answers it, and it's Jake Tapper who says, I want you to notify me when your brother dies. And he says, go get effed. I don't know what your language here is on the
Say whatever you want,
dear.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, go get fucked, Jake Tapper. Go fuck.
Yeah,
What do you
good.
actually say? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, Jake. And then he realized that to two other people I was able to reach. So not only did I have Hunter on the record confirming this, I had two other people that had been relayed in real time who told me that that Hunter had told him about this phone call. So then I went back to Tapper, who had hired these scandal PR people. I call them the scandal PR people. They're Risa Haller. She's repped everyone from Elizabeth Holmes to the voice of Elmo. A lot of people with dubious skeletons in the closet. So Jake Tapper had hired this firm, and I broke that story a few weeks ago in Breaker. And at the time, a couple of people said to me, "Why would you hire a scandal PR firm to plug a book?" Well, it's clear now because Tapper knew certain things were going to come out, whether it's this thing about Hunter or serious questions about the book. But I went back to the scandal PR people and to Tapper. He repeated that denial to me. And then they also cutely added another from a spokesperson saying, well, why would the Bidens then give interviews to Tapper post that if this actually had happened? Well, it turned out that there was only one interview that had occurred. But Tapper has a long history with the Bidens, and he's always felt that he has been overlooked or not given the access that he thinks he deserves. And this is Jake Tapper, the chief Washington, the lead anchor, and so there was a situation I also reported in that story about the State of the Union in 2024, where the White House had picked Erin Burnett to go down and do the briefing. It's usually standard practice that you appreciate before State of the Union. They bring in a bunch of anchors to do off-record briefings with the president. Erin Burnett had been picked that year, mainly because it was an economic State of the Union and she's got the economic credentials. Tapper did not take that well. He made a number of phone calls to people in the White House I spoke to, saying things like, I'm Jake Tapper, this is my network, and just felt entitled.
What a
that
baby.
he should have that interview, much I think like he felt entitled that he should be the one to notify the world about Beau Biden's passing.
Oh, God, Lachlan, that is just a dastardly story. I will say two quick things. I have my own personal experiences with Jake Tapper, and I don't want to get too far into it just out of respect for my million brothers and sisters. I have 6 brothers and sisters, but that story about Hunter rings true to me. That rings accurate as something I think he's capable of doing. Just whatever that's worth to you.